My friends, I want to speak to you. I want to speak to you about the old prophet's mission that began around 60 years ago, and began with a call from the Eternal Father, and it's been going on ever since. And it entailed an education into all of the modern sciences and all of reality, and an in-depth study of the Bible. And over the last 10 or 15 years here in Columbus, Indiana, John Foster and I have had a joint radio program on WCSI. And what has happened is that I've run this out. I've run this out as far as I can run it, and I have said the last radio broadcast a couple weeks ago, I informed the radio audience that I was taking a vow of silence, and that I had pursued all this as far as I could, and that the Spirit of God imposed this vow of silence upon me. And I said that I would not have anything further to say until I could speak absolutely in the name of God and under His authority and with His credentials. And this is my claim. If I am right, after centuries of silence, God is again speaking through a prophet. And so this will be the permanent message on the old prophet's website until I have directions from God to go further. And so I'm using this to introduce. I want to go back to 3 of my radio broadcasts, which will be in the archives. If you want to know something about the old prophet's call, if you want to know something about the old prophet's call and his pilgrimage, and then the credentials that God gave him, and then the message. So what it'll be, my friends, this how should I put this? This message will be in the archives, and if you want to know further the past history of the old prophet, you can go to the archives, and these three CDs will be in the archives. And so, as I have said, the first one here is the call and 60-year pilgrimage. Is a little bit of a description of the history and biography of the old prophet. You might find it interesting. And then the second one is the credentials. You know, a true prophet, God does not call a true prophet without giving him credentials. And this second one here is on the credentials. And I might say that God does not call a prophet to give the same old warmed over sectarian religion, the same old warmed over doctrines, the same old ways of looking at reality that's thousands of years old. When God calls a prophet, he brings an advance of spiritual message. So the third one that will be on the archives, and you'll find it interesting enough to go to the archives and hear these 3 messages. But the third one is how should I put it? The prophetic future as God revealed it to me in the 50s, and it's an explanation of the message. The religious doctrines, the religious sectarians, and all of your orthodox religions have lagged centuries behind reality. And the reason that God has now called a prophet is to bring spiritual reality and to incorporate all that we know in the modern world. And so, as I say, this is a permanent message on the on the website, and as far as that goes, as I said a couple weeks ago on the last radio program, I was taking a vow of silence, and I'm having more to say until I could speak authoritatively in the name of God. And I don't know how long that'll be, but I'll announce it when the time comes. And when I have anything further to say, there'll be no question that I'm speaking in the name of God, and that there will be credentials so that my critics will not be able to deny that God is speaking. So, as I said, please go to the archives and hear these 3 messages, which will give you an understanding of the old prophet's call and his message, and how it was worked out. So that's all I have to say until I have further commission and further knowledge from God to go further.